This is a short video to discuss how to get the most value out of your Warhammer dollars. So what we got in front of us here is a Great Unclean one. It's a Greater Demon of Nurgle, and it costs quite a pretty penny. It's about 200 bucks Canadian, taxes and shipping and all that stuff factored in. Now it can be built in a couple of different ways, but for the most part it can be built as a Great Unclean one, or it can be built as a Rotigus. Now, each of them have their own interesting reasons why you'd run each. Rotigus has a great ability in 8th edition where every time he casts a spell, he does a mortal wound, reaches across the table, and it, according to what's written, doesn't seem to have a range restriction. So if you can cast 3 spells, you can do 3 mortal wounds. So that's an excellent way to do it. That said, the Great Unclean one's a little bit cheaper, and he comes with a different layout of weapons. So what do we want to do if we want both, but we only have one unit? Well, the key to that is magnetization. So what we want to do is we want to magnetize these expensive models in order to sort of get the best value out of them. We can run them in 2 different ways. So I'll show you how to magnetize the Great Unclean one so that you can get the most value out of the money you spent. So here we have our Great Unclean one, and he's got the Nurgle bell, and he's got the lash, and then the normal Great Unclean one head. Now, what we've done is we've magnetized all 3 locations. So we can drill magnets here and here, and then just glue them in with simple super glue. In this case, I also filled this with bonding stick. I filled the gap in this case with just this fix-it stick bonding putty, and I've used this in several videos so far. And I like it. It's an epoxy. It fills in, dries nice and hard. Then I've magnetized the other ends of each of the weapons. So in this case, I've got the lash, and it's got the magnet on board, being very careful to make sure that the 2 magnets are attractive and not repulsive. And that'll click on right there. Same thing on this side. I've got a small magnet there to hold that, and I have a magnet in the top of the head, which builds us our Great Unclean one. But if we want Rotigus, Rotigus has a staff, and he has his own head, and he has a spell arm. So, because of the way we've magnetized it, if I want to run Rotigus, it's as easy as swapping out one head, and as you can see, we've got the other magnet on board. Snaps right into place like so. One staff, like so, and then one more magnet here, which gives us the spell arm in place. And now we're running a named Greater Demon Rotigus, which we haven't painted, but we'll take care of another time. The other options we had for him were a large sword, and this is for the Great Unclean one. Snaps right in place, and there is another head as well, if you're for some reason not liking the first head. So this is how you magnetize a Greater Unclean one demon to maximize your ability to run them in different ways and not have to reduplicate purchases. So I'll lay out each of the pieces here just so you can get an idea of where it is in case you want to repeat the process yourself. We have 2 arms over here. We have 3 weapon arms for this arm over here, and then your choice of heads here, here, and here. And as you can see, that makes a very easy way to run whichever unit you like at whichever given time, depending on what list you have. I hope this video was super helpful, and I hope you use it and tricks like this on other units to make the most of your purchases. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, feel free to like and share it. or subscribe to the channel, and you'll see the next video we put out when we take care of something else. You guys have a nice day.